Okay. Here we go. Okay, we are live right now. Hello everyone, how you guys doing? Happy Friday here. Hi, Golden Stripe.
We have a batch ready to go.
Let's see. Oh, hey guys, how you guys doing today? Am I looking daily challenges? This is... Change decor for the moonshine. That's easy. Hey everyone, how you guys doing?
There you are.
Yeah, the Faber video is gonna be really good. It's pretty much mostly finished. You've played Fallout 3 and 4, but not New Vegas. Oh, okay. Well, I personally think that Fallout 3 is the best one in the series, Toshia. Like, I get a lot of hate from that. Like, people tell me New Vegas is the best one. But in my opinion, the reason I always like Fallout 3 and it was my favorite one is because Fallout 3 felt to me like it was the most apocalyptic one. Like, out of all of the Fallout games, like, it just felt to me like the most disturbing and the most, apocalyptic one. Because, like, Fallout 3 really had that, like, hopeless feel to it. Like, everything is destroyed. It was, like... New Vegas was more a cheery attitude. There was dark moments in New Vegas, but...
There you are. I was worried about you. Mr. Creeps has been telling me about some of your adventures. I think it cannot be all true, no? Or perhaps he is drunk. Anyway, to business. We have work to do. I have arranged a buyer. They are
Do I have a favorite Christmas movie?
Non, elles ne peuvent pas tout être vrai.
Yeah, but it's not what you think. If I was to say probably my favorite Christmas movie is probably The Crossing. That's probably what that is. And The Crossing, technically it is a Christmas movie because it takes place on Christmas, but it's, what The Crossing is basically about, it's a 2-hour movie about, the Revolutionary War, and it's about how George Washington had planned to attack the Hessians at Trenton, and he had, he basically sailed across the Delaware, on Christmas Eve and ambushed them on Christmas Day.
Hey, stop that wagon! Bureau search. We're looking for contraband. Moonshine mainly. Happy days, boys! Fire! We're done here!
Is The Walking Dead a good show? I gave up on it after some time. I got bored of it. Yeah, Christmas is in a week. And also on Ewan's site that I have my top pinned comment up there, it's the gaming chair that I'm actually sitting in here, the Champion series. They actually have a Christmas sale right now, and if you actually use my code TP, you'll get an extra 30% on top of that. My code will work on anything on the site, from gaming chairs to desks. And have I seen The Wire? No, I haven't. Bro, are you not watching Jake Paul get knocked out on Netflix? Is that tonight? He was supposed to fight in November, but the guy got arrested. I know that. Favorite Fallout faction? Probably the Free States in Fallout 76. I did like them a lot, even though it's mostly the lore that you read on them. Yeah, Fallout 3, my favorite faction in Fallout 3 probably was the, Brotherhood. My favorite evil faction in Fallout 3 was, I wouldn't even necessarily say they're evil, they're more like in the middle. The Pit Raiders, I like them in Fallout 3. It's on right now. Anthony Joshua is about to knock him out. I guess we'll see. The thing about that is, TriStar's Dark Force series. Thank you, Assassin Squad. Thank you. Oh, and thank you, Golden Stripes. I was watching one of your older GTA streams and was curious, and you said a point I wanted to ask if you still think this. You said a YouTuber should be public of how much money they make with subs. Yeah, I think that people... I don't think that there's anything really wrong with talking about that. I know that a lot of people get a bit picky talking about that. Thank you, Golden Stripes, for the super chat. I did like the pit a lot in Fallout 3. Have I watched the Fallout series? No, I haven't. I've seen season 1. I haven't seen season 2, episode 1. I haven't seen it yet. I like Yakuza Kiwami. Am I doing a Christmas Eve stream? Yes, we'll do a Christmas Eve stream, probably on GTA, and we'll do a charity stream. Yeah, I got pissed at The Walking Dead on that season finale. Yeah, we'll do Yakuza Kiwami too. I actually looked into that, D. It was actually horrible that, people did that. The thing about Fallout 3 is, we're gonna do Fallout 3 this month. So, like, in like a couple days, I'm gonna start the Broken Steel DLC and finish that, because we never finished, that for last year. We just finished the main story, and so since season, 2 came out, it's probably perfect now to do it. What would you rate new Fallout 76 DLC? The new DLC? 9 out of 10. I don't really have a problem with it. I think the DLC is pretty good. We could do 100% completion, but I don't think I'm gonna finish Yakuza Kiwami before Christmas Eve. So it's I mean, how many chapters does Yakuza Kiwami have? I'm on chapter 8 right now. So how many is in total? But I don't know if I'll finish it by like Christmas Eve. We could do maybe San Andreas 100% completion. Maybe we could do that. That would maybe,
What do you think you're doing here?
Well, I'm against increasing taxes on everyone. I think, personally speaking, if it was up to me, I would abolish the federal income tax. I think that the federal income tax is a scam, honestly. Damn, my accuracy is just so terrible right now. When I play with auto aim, because I'm trying to get better with free aim, and free aim gives you more XP. Yes, they do. San Andreas has a glitch where planes will actually crash constantly. Have you ever broken anything in Rage in a video game? Not really. I don't think I really ever have. I have thrown stuff when I rage, but that was like when I was like a kid. I threw a controller when I was a kid. I raged about that, and if you're guessing what game it was Call of Duty. It was Modern Warfare 2. That was like 2009. I was like, what? I was like 15, 16 when that happened.
Get away from me! Take your last breath!
You know, I think that anyone who tells you they've never raged in a game, I think is a liar. I think every single person has raged in a game. There we go. Now I'm getting much better of a rifle than a handgun.
I'm going to castrate your corpse. Did you think you'd die today?
There he is, okay. I hope you have a beautiful Christmas. Thank you, Titanic. I hope that, that you do as well. Oh, what the crap.
Hey, I got a bullet for you right here. Oh, you don't want to be tying me up. Big mistake.
There have been times that I've raged, even on this channel. I've never broken anything while I raged on the channel, but there have been games that have specifically made me rage when I played them on the channel. I think the number one time I raged the most in a single, you know, video on the channel that I played, probably when I played Fight Night Champion, if anyone knows that game, when I did the Isaac Frost boss battle, that was the worst. Like, I did that on Champion, like, oh my god, like, he would just knock you out in just one hit, it was ridiculous.
You gonna pay rotten for this?
And then, you know what else made me rage? The most recent thing that I remember that made me rage really badly, I know the glitch trophy in GTA Online, but, you know, that was fixed now, but also it was the, you guys remember in Mind's Eye, that stupid, like, satellite mini-game, like, where you have to line up the satellite? It was, like, so terrible. It was, like, 2 mini-games in one. If you failed, if you failed the second mini-game, it would take you right back to the first mini-game, so you had to get both mini-games in one go. It was, like, ridiculous. Like, I hated that part. Did anybody remember? Oh, yeah, the Mafia race, that one made me mad, too. That was ridiculous. What are your thoughts on the DoorDash incident? I know there's the one with the girl who recorded the guy in the house, and then there's the one where she pepper sprayed the food. Wait, what's wrong, Knight?
Christ!
Get away from me, goddammit.
Hey, Pro, why was Mexico in a civil war in Red Dead Redemption 1? Corruption. Thank you, Plain Mantis, for the super chat. I think that when Mexico was in the Civil War, it was, Diaz. I think Diaz was the dictator of Mexico. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, it was people were just upset with the current system. They felt like it wasn't working for them. There was a lot of corruption in Mexico, and that was pretty much what it was. It was a revolution to reform the government, to change things. But the thing is, after the revolution, not much really changed after the Mexican Revolution. So they had the revolution, but not much really changed after it. It didn't. And that was kind of the point that Rockstar was making with the Reyes. When Reyes takes power, nothing really changes. Are socialism and communism comparable, or are they different? Thank you, Jay. What are your thoughts on the Chilean election from a couple of days ago? The communism, there is no free, you know, market whatsoever. Government owns everything. You are not allowed to make a profit. In socialism, I guess you are allowed to make a profit to an extent, and there is some private enterprise, but it's heavily regulated, and the government also controls huge sectors of the economy. And the Chilean election, I'm not really surprised by that, because the thing about South America is that when it comes to South America has had some of the longest running socialist governments in power for, like, decades. You know, the socialists were in power in Chile. They were in power in Argentina. They are in power in Brazil right now. They were in power in Bolivia. They're in power in Venezuela right now. They are what other countries are there? They're Colombia. Also, South America has had a lot of socialist governments in the past, and also Central America too. But the socialist governments haven't really changed much. People are also extremely poor. Inflation has gotten out of control, and people have gotten pissed off. That's why, you know, there's been elections like, for example, Argentina, Bolivia, Chile, where they basically voted them out because people were just sick of the inflation, and the socialists just didn't know what they were doing. Nicaragua is in Central America, but yes, but Nicaragua is a dictatorship. It's a socialist dictatorship, just like Venezuela is too. My mom makes crafts, and the owner lets her display her stuff in the shop. The problem is that the said owner has a bunch of Pokemon cards for sale, and I'm concerned a scalper will buy them all. Well, there's nothing really much you can do about that. If a scalper comes in and buys it, unless the owner makes some policies where they can't, there's a limit on how many Pokemon cards people can get. But I will tell you guys, you know what the most satisfying scalper fail I've ever seen is? The most ridiculous scalper fail is? There was this guy, when COVID first started happening, right? There was this scumbag who went to the supermarket, and he bought all the toilet paper. Like, everything. Like, right when it arrived. He spent, like, you know, I think, like, $2,000 or $3,000 on just toilet paper. And the guy was basically just buying all the toilet paper just so that he could resell it on eBay. And he was selling it like, you know, triple, quadruple the price. What happened was eBay actually banned him. And after he was banned, he couldn't resell the stuff anymore. And so now he was stuck with like $3,000 for toilet paper. He went back to the supermarket and he tried to do a return on the toilet paper. And the supermarket manager was basically like, no, you're not returning this. You guys, and the supermarket manager even told the guy, like, you're a piece of crap. It's like, because of you, there's so many problems going on right now. Idiots like you buying up all the toilet paper. And he said, now you're gonna have to keep that. We're not taking it back. And then the guy threatened to sue him if he didn't return it. But I don't even know how that's supposed to work, because that's his store. You know, he decides if he wants to return something or not. But at the end of the day, the guy didn't get his money back, and he was stuck with like $3,000 for toilet paper. And so he lost all that money. That was like the most satisfying scalper fail that I've heard of.
A good sale. Excellent. So, what shall we create?
Did I see the video of a Karen at Target cursing out a 72-year-old lady who was an employee because she was wearing a Charlie Kirk shirt? Yeah, I know about what you're talking about. Thank you, Eric. I don't understand this, why people have to, you know, be nasty to people just because they're wearing a shirt they don't like, something political whatsoever. I don't understand why people feel the need to harass somebody, curse somebody out. And even if you completely disagree with what somebody's wearing politically, is going up to them and cursing them out is not going to change their political viewpoint. And so that was like an old woman. She was getting harassed, basically. It was horrible. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, I know the video. Oh yeah, look, we got the blizzard happening. The blizzard doesn't really happen a lot of times, but this is the blizzard. I mean, look at this. This snow effect is way better than what you have in like GTA Online. 7 degrees, huh? That is what it is. 7 degrees right now. Camp. Okay. Let's see here. I actually heard about that show about Mussolini. I know what you're talking about. I actually want to watch that one. I wonder how historically accurate it is, but I'm interested in watching that one. Why do I delete messages? I don't delete messages. No, it was fine. You can laugh at that, Titanic. It was a funny fail. And look at this storm right now, right? Look at this. Okay. Where's my clothes?
I'm gonna curl your toes up.
Oh, don't tell me they followed me all the way over here.
You know what you're looking for?
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
What's the hardest story mode I've ever done? You mean like completing everything? Yakuza 0. Because doing all the sub-stories and everything, Yakuza 0 is probably the hardest story I've done on the channel. Okay, wait. Wait. It's the weapons locker. I'm going crazy here. Where is my... I might have to go into town.
You want a hole in that head?
Oh, come on. These guys followed me all the way over here.
It's only something. Can't wait to see you dance, sweetheart.
There we go. Yes, I know that Russian guy who played in The Sopranos played as Bulgarin. That I know. Yeah. Why do people think of the U.S. Civil War when people say Civil War? I guess because I don't know. I guess it's just when people say Civil War, that's just what, you know, whenever people say Civil War in America, they're referring to the American Civil War. But thank you, son of a pirate. Thank you for the super chat. My parents both cook, and they cook well. My younger brother is in jail until 2026. And I work Christmas Day, or else I'm instantly terminated. I'm only 19. I don't deserve this. Oh my god, I'm sorry, Knight. But what kind of job are you in, Knight? If you mind me asking. Thank you for the super chat, Knight. I made 600 million off your GTA money, guys. Just want to thank you so much. No problem, Hyena. Thank you for also checking out my videos. Is Ogata from Golden Kamuy a psychopath? Yeah. Yeah, there's strong indications that he is. He has no empathy. Oh, okay, Titanic. As a service assistant at Denny's. Well, it's horrible that they made you work on Christmas, but here's the thing is, you try to, and I know this might suck saying this, but try to work on one holiday near the end of the year, if it's like Christmas Eve or Thanksgiving or New Year's Day, whichever one works best for you, because then you can just basically take off on all the other ones. I don't know if your manager is that nice, and it sucks they're making you work on Christmas Day. I would never work on Christmas Day, so I don't recommend on that. But basically, what I would always do every year when I worked in retail is I would work on Thanksgiving, and I would basically tell my boss, I'm not working on any other holiday. I'm working on Thanksgiving, and I'll do that, but I'm not working on any other holiday. And that's basically how you can kind of get out of like making you work on like Christmas or like the other days. And I know it sucks that you're gonna be working on another holiday, but and your boss should not be putting you through that. That's that does suck. Which Warsaw Pact countries, besides the Soviet Union, were the least worst to live in during the Cold War? Well, East Germany had more stuff in it than Poland did, for example. Like East Germany, depending on the time period, it was like really scary, but they did have more stuff in like people in East Germany weren't starving. Like for example, that like they had pretty crappy lives, but it was better than like for example like in communist Poland. But Knight, did they make you work on any of the other holidays?
But if there was anything in there that caught your eye, it'll be right here.
No, I actually like the snow in I like the snow in Red Dead Online. Thank you, Extreme. Work. Talking of history, I saw some Russian dude harassing you in the comments of a different video. Which video was that, Toshia? But Knight, are you still there, dude? Okay, this should be good now. I'm good, Brandon. I should probably, I should probably buy some ammo. I have no ammo here. It's okay, Far. You don't have to apologize.
Well now, it's been a spell since I saw you last. Take a look at what we got.
It was the scene of the Japanese POW camp POW in the Soviet camp from the Korean movie called My Way. You talked about your relatives and the Russian guy got angry and called it fake news. Oh yeah, I remember that too. Yeah, that I do remember that. I got into a bit of an argument with him. The guy was basically an idiot. Like I left a comment on there saying that like the Soviets had like invaded like my great grandpa's country, which was Poland, and they sent him to like a gulag. And this Russian guy left like a comment arguing with me, telling me that if my great grandpa got sent to a gulag, that he was a criminal. And then he was saying that like that the Soviet Union liberated those lands from like Poland and blah 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 this and a bunch of this other crap. And we just basically got into it in a bunch of the a bunch of the arguments. But you remember that, Toshia. There was that. I think he stopped replying to me too on that post, but it was just thinking like that guy was some moron. He was just some raging ultranationalist that just didn't know anything about Soviet history and didn't know about the oppression that Stalin had done.
Good one. Lots of folks buying those these days.
But Shiny Knight, are you still here, dude? Is everything okay? Sorry for not attending live streams. I wasn't in the right mindset because of school, but now that it's over, I'm happy to be here, bro. Here's to 12. Thank you, dude. Thank you for being a member for 12 months and a year. Thank you, dude. I heard you mention the Irish potato famine. Just wondering, do you know much else about the Irish? Well, Ireland has been, a victim of invasion for, most of its history. It was, going back, the French invaded them, the Vikings did, the British did. They've been constantly getting harassed by someone. Ireland is still a, freshly independent country, like, 100 years about. Can you be my consigliere pro? Thank you, Miku. What do you mean, like, mafia? A rank like the advisor. Your great-grandpa got sent to a gulag? Yes, he did. What are your thoughts on the popularity of communism today? It's stupid. It's dumb. It's mostly like young people that are privileged that are supporting that stuff. I saw a video where a woman started hitting a worker at Planet Fitness and he had a broken nose. My god, what? Why? My grandfather was living in the village in Siberia in the Altai region. The scariest story during the times of Stalin is when they were riding the carriage, the NKVD guys were discussing whom to arrest. Oh my god. Yeah, NKVD, that was Stalin's secret police. They later became the KGB. Yeah, I heard about that. Jake Paul is fighting him, but I don't know if that fight's gonna be rigged or not. You have certain words blocked that makes this, unable to send a message. Hold on, let me look at my chat here. Let me see, because sometimes it's like the comment is, like, popping up here and I have to unhide it. It does it automatically. I'm not doing it, by the way. Oh, okay. I see your comment here. I guess I just didn't see it earlier. My manager doesn't care, and she's an ableist. Person who hates disabled people? Oh my god. That's, you can actually take her to court for that. You can sue her for that. That's discrimination. That is pretty much, that is discrimination right there. That is. If she is discriminating against you specifically for being disabled, you can take her to court for that. That is very much a offense that you can take her to court for. Where are these targets? Did they, like, run away or something? Where did they go? Oh, they're running away this way, cowards. When's my next members only stream? I will announce it soon. This weekend I'll announce it. Thank you, Golden Stripes. Kiryu never had the makings of a varsity athlete to be Majima when he spent 10 years in the can.
Don't do nothing hasty.
Okay. Is that target dead? Where's the other one? That fight against Majima, I think you're supposed to lose that fight regardless. What did you get your parents for Christmas? My dad, I got him money. My mom, we're supposed to go shopping tomorrow, and she said she'll decide on what she wants. You have a story idea of GTA San Andreas stories came out? If GTA San Andreas stories came out, Oh, who you would play as in GTA San Andreas stories? Maybe you would play as Big Bear. Maybe that would, like, people say it's sweet, but maybe Big Bear would make more sense. Can you post it again, Titanic? Caesar, maybe, yeah, possibly a playable character. Do you plan on doing a Metro 2033 playthrough? It's definitely in the top 10 game series of all time. Yes, I actually beat Metro 2033 a long time ago. I didn't do a playthrough of it on the channel. Thank you, Landon. But yeah, I would be open to doing a playthrough of it. Yeah, I would. I remember it's the apocalyptic game that's in Russia. And I beat Metro Last Light too, but I never beat Metro Exodus. I never played that one. I speak Polish to my parents. Hi, Pro. It's been a while since I've caught you live. How's it going? I love watching these, by the way, and I'm really glad you've been streaming for so many years now and being a constant through so much. Well, thank you, Raphael. Thanks, dude. Black Ops 1 campaign was great. One of my favorite stories of all time. Yes, we'll play Yakuza Kiwami too.
Well, I'll be. Didn't think I'd see this one alive or dead.
Do you know how old Brian Johnson was before he died? Maybe he could be the San Andreas story's antagonist? No, he was a bit younger than Carl. I know that. Oh yeah, I'll play Yakuza Kiwami 3 when it comes out. I don't know, Dog. How do you feel about the Otto Warmbier tragedy? Oh, it's horrible. It was horrible. What happened? He took a poster from the hotel, but that's no grounds for what North Korea did. For, like, you know, taking a poster for, like, you know, sending somebody to a forced labor camp for something like that. My God. Did you hear about the story? Did you hear about the story about the guy who got arrested by the North Korean government because he wrote his girlfriend a letter saying "I love you"? Have you ever heard about that? I know some people are probably wondering, what the hell? Why did he get arrested for writing his girlfriend a letter that says "I love you"? The reason that he got arrested for that is because in North Korea, you are not allowed to say "I love you." You can't say that to your girlfriend. Because you can only show love for the motherland, the country. That's the only thing, the government and the leadership. And so they accused him of being selfish because he said in his letter that he loves his girlfriend and that he wasn't showing love for the party. And so that was why the guy got arrested for that. Percent chance we'll see Ken in GTA 6. What about Torino? You mean Ken Rosenberg? No. You're not going to see any of these guys because it's a different universe. You will never see these. You'll never see them in GTA 6. Torino as well. You won't see him too. Yeah, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic I could do a playthrough of. I could, Brandon. Oh, North Korea is definitely the worst communist country to live in. Maybe the, you know, scratch that, it's probably the second worst communist country to live in. There is one communist country that existed that was even worse than North Korea, and that would be Pol Pot's Cambodia, the Khmer Rouge. that was probably the only one that's worse than North Korea. North Korea would be number 2, but Pol Pot's Cambodia will probably be number 1, the number 1 worst communist country to live in. What the hell? How is that? How is that not illegal, Mike? That's disgusting. That's horrible. Wait. What night? Trolls got in? What are you talking about, Assassin Squad? Thank you for the super chat. Pol Pot killed people who wore glasses just because they wore glasses. Yeah, but he didn't just kill people for wearing glasses. He killed people for speaking a second language. If you know how to speak a second language, he'd kill you. If you arrived late to work, he'd kill you. If you had, if you looked like you were a little overweight, like if you looked like you were more fit than others, you would be accused of stealing food and you would be executed just for being fat. So that was that. Like they executed people for like the most ridiculous things. They killed 2 million people.
Time to go over this with you. I'm busy for once. There's work to do. But take this note, and it'll tell you what you got to do. So go on.
Oh yeah, I'll play the Judgment games one day. I'll play them.
Go ahead.
I think isn't Judgment also in the same universe as Yakuza, right? It is. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's the same universe, right? Ken Rosenberg would be an extremely old man if he was still alive by that time of GTA 6, but he's not going to be in it because it's a, yeah, because it's, different universe. Pro, how would you describe yourself when people meet you in real life? Would you say hi if a person recognizes you from YouTube, and would you talk to them like how you were talking to people in this live? If people interact with me, yeah, I would talk to them, but the thing is, I'm a very shy person in real life also. I don't really engage many people in conversation. People engage me in conversation, I'll talk to them, but I don't really engage people in conversation much. Hey Patrick, hope you're doing good. I just played some Crime Boss last night and some Payday 2. Yeah, and I like Crime Boss better than Payday 2, I think. Or Payday 3, I think. I think that Crime Boss is a better game than Payday 3. How did I miss that shot? Do you think that Otto really stole that poster? It's possible he did. He wanted to take it as a souvenir, but it's no excuse for what happened to him. God, how am I missing these shots? Okay.
No use praying, not today.
Well, it's also available for Patreon members, Tiger Rule. I really wish we could use the rolling block of iron sights. I would really like that.
You're about to die, you son of a bitch!
Yeah, I can look into it, definitely, Adrian. You know what dictator that barely lasted and was killed by his own people and his wife died alongside him? I forgot his name. The Romanian dictator, but he lasted for a pretty long time. He was in power for like 40 years? Czesław, if I'm saying his name correctly. I always pronounce his name wrong, but it's... Who would win in a battle, White Death or White Feather in a sniper battle? The thing about that is that... The thing about that is I don't think you can compare White Death and White Feather. For people that don't know who White Death and White Feather are, they're two very famous snipers. They're real-life people. There's two of the most deadliest snipers. And White Death is the most famous, the most deadliest sniper in history. But about them is... The reason I don't think you can compare them in a fight is because White Death fought in the Winter War. So when the Soviets invaded Finland in the Winter War in 1939, he fought in that primarily. And he fought in a very snowy environment, very snowy, cold environment. He did not use a scope, he used iron sights. But the White Feather, on the other hand, White Feather had fought in the Vietnam War. And so he had more advanced optics, had better guns as well. He used a Springfield 1903. I think that was one of the guns he used. I think it was an M14. And the other rifle he used a Browning machine gun with a scope on it. And he would fire it semi-automatic. And he would use that to, fire very, very far distances. So, one of the snipers, fought in 20 years beforehand and fought in a very, cold, icy environment. The other one fought in a very, tropical environment. So I don't think that you can really compare both of them in a fight, personally, because it's the conditions they fought in and the weapons they used was very different. Is White Feather from New Zealand? No, he's American. White Death is Finnish. Will you ever replay Hitman Absolution? Oh yeah, I'm considering doing it next year because next year is the anniversary of Hitman Blood Money, so that I'm really considering doing. Is Crime Boss Rockay City crossplay? I think it is with Xbox. Can someone correct me if I'm wrong on that? I completely forgot about that. Can you help me with my casino heist this Sunday? Yeah, I can. Thank you, Alpha Wolf. And Alpha Wolf, I also sent you a message on PlayStation. I replied to you the other day. I'm sorry I replied to you 3 days, later. I've just been a bit busy. It's a lot of stuff. So I'm sorry about that, but I hope you got my message on PS. Both deadliest snipers that fought against the communists. Yeah. I mean, both of them fought against communists. They did. There was a Finnish soldier who joined the SS and later the US Army in Vietnam. Larry Allen Thorne. Yes, I know about that. He died in Vietnam, too. He fought in the Winter War, World War II, and Vietnam. What are your thoughts about Roblox protecting predators? It's horrible. It's there was that guy that was exposing predators on the game, and then Roblox banned him. It was disgusting. I don't know why they were siding with predators. It's disgusting. When am I gonna hit a million? A million in what? Subs? If you mean a million subs, I'm already at a million subs. You mean $1 million in this game? $1 million in this game is probably going to be a few more years till I hit it. Oh, I didn't know that extreme. Yeah, and the thing is I will tell you something, Golden Stripes. I hated Hitman Absolution's disguise system. I hated it. I was never a fan of it because Hitman's disguise system was ridiculous. where like the characters would like there was like almost all the characters were able to see through the disguise, and like you couldn't face them, like you had to like walk at them from like an angle. Like I hated that system. I liked Hitman 3 system much better, like the new Hitman games, like Hitman 1 through 3, where there's like certain guards that can see through your disguise and certain can't. Like I actually prefer that system much more, where like in Absolution it was like every single person can see through your disguise. Like I hated the disguise system in Absolution. I really didn't like it personally in that game. Why would you have the blue jacket, not the brown jacket for Nico? Because it reminds me of Behind Enemy Lines, the movie where Nico's based on. What's my favorite Hitman game? Probably Blood Money. Yeah, probably Blood Money. Is it like Saboteur, where only officers will spot you for your disguise? Kind of. Hitman 3, certain characters can see for your disguise, certain can't, but you can see it from a distance. In Hitman Absolution, if you wear a specific disguise, that every single person of that same outfit will be able to see through it. So basically, like, I'll give you an example. If you're playing Hitman Absolution, right, and you knock out a cop, and you basically put on a cop's outfit, every single cop character will see through that disguise. So that was, so, like, all the characters that are wearing that outfit will see through it. That's what I hated. I didn't like that in Hitman Absolution. My day was good, Vapor. How are you? No, I already got the $1 billion trophy Extreme. Rockstar fixed the glitch. I made a video about it an hour ago. They fixed it. Who did you choose to kill, Francis or Derek in GTA 4? The very first time I played it as a kid, I killed Derek, but whenever I replay GTA 4, I always kill Francis now. Yeah, I saw the Yakuza 0, the director's cut cutscenes. I know they delisted the one on PS4 now. Well, I think Yakuza Kiwami does a pretty good job of showing how people turn into sociopaths. Oh. Oh, $100 donation. Thank you, Spider Profiteer. Shout out to Spider Profiteer for the $100 donation. Thank you, man. I'm in the army, and the Big Don just paid me $1776. Keep up the good content, bro. Thank you, Spider. Yeah. Yeah, it was nice that all the soldiers, they got a good bonus. $1776. It's a reference to the to America's Independence Day, July 4th, 1776. Thank you, Spider. Thank you, man. Special shout out there to Spider there. Thanks, man. I really appreciate it. Largest donation today. Spider, also, if you have a PSN, I could add you if you want. Thank you, Hayden Smith, also for the super chat. Thanks, man. Were there any deadly snipers from the Soviet Union? Vasily Zaitsev, the best one. There was also, what was her name? Pavlochenka, I think. She was, the famous Ukrainian sniper in World War II. Is Russia Asian or Euro? Both. Russia is both a European and Asian country. How is that not illegal though, Shiny Knight? Like that, a company made that? Ludmila Pavlichenko. Yes, that was her. That was the famous Soviet sniper. Oh, crap. Oh, I don't know how I didn't fall off that. And did Spider reply again? Thanks, Spider. Did he comment again? Is it true that the MACV SOG take the RPD over their M60? MACV SOG like using AK-47s. I don't know about if they like using the RPDs. That I have no idea. I know they like using AK-47s, but do you know what the favorite gun of MACV was? Their favorite weapon was actually the MAC-11. That was actually their favorite, or the MAC-10, I should say, the MAC-10. It was their favorite gun. With the suppressor on it, that was their favorite weapon. I'm actually surprised that when you did those MACV SOG missions in Black Ops 1, I'm actually surprised that they didn't have a suppressed MAC-10 in one of those missions. Am I enjoying Yakuza Kiwami? Of course. Yeah. Okay, I know where this guy spawns. I know all the spawn locations, so I can find him pretty quickly here. Post your message again, Titanic. Okay, if he's not behind those houses, he can actually spawn behind this, lumberyard here. Nope, not here, too. He can be in two more places, behind the barn or in the ditch. Oh, yeah, Makarov was a great villain. Okay, he's gonna be in the ditch then. Great. What's my favorite fighting style in Yakuza? Well, it was probably Slugger in, for Majima in Yakuza 0, but if we're talking about Kiwami, it would probably be, is Fallout 676 still alive? Oh yeah, a lot of people play it. In Yakuza Kiwami, my favorite fighting style? Probably the Rush. It's just so fast. Brawler I kind of like too, yeah. The thing about Beast Mode is Beast Mode is kind of useless unless you have like a lot of stuff. If there's like a lot of stuff right next to you, like, you know, couches, chairs, and stuff like that, Beast Mode is the best one to use. But if there's no stuff to pick up next to you, Beast Mode is not a good fighting style to use because you're really slow. Like, Beast Mode is the slowest fighting style of them all, and they will really quickly get behind you and start hitting you. I've noticed that pretty quickly. What is America's own version of the AK-47? The, well, probably be the M16. Yeah, that would, today the M4, but, There's a heat mode that you can learn. Yeah. Is there any heat actions for Rush that that don't require the person to be down on the ground? Like, is there any heat actions that you can do when they're standing up with Rush? That's what I've been trying to figure out, because I know there's two different ones. If they're laying on their back or they're laying on their stomach, there's two different heat actions. There's a kick, and then there's also the punch when they're down on the ground, but... Also, I have one question. Why can't I get any heat for, why can't I get heat for, Dragon Style? Why does Dragon Style not give me any heat? Does anybody know? Do I, like, unlock something later on, or... What games do you plan on playing next year? Yakuza, Kiwami 2, Kiwami 3, SOCOM 3, Ghost Recon Wildlands, GTA Vice City Next Gen Edition, GTA Advance... There's one where if hit the action button right before an enemy attacks, you will crush their arm. I don't remember how to unlock that heat action, but that's one. Okay. Why did Call of Duty games suck today? Simple. Because they release them every year. Oh, okay, Shiny Knight. Roman, I think you'll see in GTA 6. I think you'll see him. SOCOM 3 is a great game. I was trying to say that I can be nervous sometimes as well, Professional. I'm trying to sympathize with you. Oh, okay, Titanic. Well, thank you, dude. Well, Hitman Absolution takes place after Kane and Lynch Dead Men, Golden. Metal Gear Solid 4, we'll go back, we'll go and play the other Metal Gear Solid games this year. You know, we'll go through that and play them. My favorite decade for video games? 2003 to 2013? Yeah, I would agree with you on that. So many amazing games came out in that time. I remember griefing you on stream last week while using God mode. Well, I appreciate the super chat, but I don't even know why you did that. I wasn't even harassing you or bothering you. Hello, Pro. Love from Australia. Oh, hey, Luca. Hey, man. Knights versus Viking versus Samurai. Which time period of Samurai? They've been releasing a Call of Duty game every year since the beginning. What do you mean? True, but the thing is when they released a Call of Duty game every year in the past, it was just Treyarch and Activision. They didn't have Sledgehammer, for example. And so what they're doing is, like, if you look at, like, Modern Warfare 2 to Modern Warfare 3, it was both Infinity Ward games. So, like, they released Modern Warfare 2, and then they went after Modern Warfare 3 right after that. And they've been rushing the yearly releases. So when they had yearly releases in the past, they were at least, you know, they worked hard on them. They were good. But, like, now these days, they're not good. They're rushed. It's not interesting. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to dodge them, though, because M6, because I don't know when they're gonna stop hitting. So, like, I might dodge and they might punch again. So, like, I don't know, like, when their combo is gonna end. That's the hardest one to figure out. And where is this big cone, Humberto? Is Kane and Lynch and Hitman in the same universe? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is. Is Battlefield 6 single player worth to play? It's not the most amazing single player, but it's way better than what you have with like Black Ops 7. The Call of Duty games have been terrible since 2019. No, I wouldn't say that. I would say they started becoming terrible after starting in 2023. Like, and even that, because, like, the thing about them is, like, some games that they released were good, some weren't. Like, for example, like, Vanguard that came out in 2021 was terrible. Terrible. Modern Warfare 2019 was good. Good game. Cold War was a good game. I didn't think there was anything wrong with Cold War. Modern Warfare 2 2022, I thought that was good, too. I thought Modern Warfare 2 was a good game, the 2022 one. Modern Warfare 2023, Modern Warfare 3, there sucked. No. Black Ops 6, okay. It wasn't as good as Cold War, but it was okay. And then Black Ops 7, just absolutely terrible. Nakamichi Street. Okay. Thank you for telling me. Where are we gonna go here? Van Horn. I'm actually surprised Activision even admitted that Black Ops 7 was a disaster. You know one thing I did like about Black Ops 6, the campaign was okay for the most part in Black Ops 6, but I wish that they would have at least answered what happened in the ending to Black Ops 6. Also about Black Ops 6, one thing, my favorite feature about Black Ops 6 was how, like, when you went around a corner, your character would automatically lean. I actually really liked that auto-lean feature. That I did like. I wish more games had that feature, but, yeah, I just didn't get that much into Black Ops 6, but it wasn't, like, the worst game. It wasn't, like, terrible. It was okay. But Black Ops 7 was just horrible. Any games you'd like to see as sequels? Mega Man Legends 3, Mercenaries 3, the original Star Wars Battlefront getting a sequel, Kane and Lynch 3. You know one thing I really don't like about Epic Games that I didn't even play Fortnite, but I heard that Fortnite did not even start out as a battle royale game. I didn't even know that, but as I read into it, Fortnite had like a co-op mode. I think it was called Save the World, and they promised to update it. They promised to do content for it. They just abandoned it. They just forgot about it, even though like it had a community of people that liked it, because like battle royale just exploded, and so they completely ignored their original mode and they screwed all the players over who liked it. That was annoying. Oh, I don't know, Steven. I didn't watch the Fallout, the first episode of Fallout. I'll watch it on the weekend.
We move again tomorrow. We can't take any risks.
Do I live in an open carry state? Yes. How did the guild obtain 1990s biochemical weapon? I don't know. They never answered that. Like that story was just not thought out pretty well.
Don't get no ideas now. Just put this idiot the goddamn ground.
What, that wasn't even the target?
Heaven help me!
You ain't gonna leave here alive.
Someone was asking the question, how dangerous are the Irish mob? Dino Bannian and the Northside Gang. Well, I will... The Irish Mafia is not nearly as strong as they used to be. And the Italian Mafia, they still exist to a degree. They're not as strong as they used to, but they're definitely stronger than the Irish Mafia. But the Irish Mafia was the strongest in the 1920s. Especially, and the North Side Gang, when it comes to the North Side Gang, I wouldn't call the North Side Gang the Irish Mafia. It's not. A lot of people say it is Irish, but it's not. The founder of the gang is Irish, but the second in command of the gang was actually Polish. The third in command was Irish, and the gang was like 60% Irish. I think it was like 40% Polish, and then the other 20% were Welsh, English, and Germans. So it was a very, you know, it was like a European American gang, but it wasn't like a strictly Irish gang. I'll look into it, Mark. Oh yeah, I'm not that familiar with that gangster menacing, but I know there's been some pretty powerful like Irish Mafia gangsters. Ever thought about playing the Batman Arkham games? I can imagine the cool cosplays for the GTA Online money guides. And thanks for the GTA money guides. Helped me through a lot. No problem. Freddy the Real. Yeah, I could play them one day. Like, which ones should I start with? It's Batman Arkham Asylum, right? No, I haven't, Umberto. They released the collection this year. What game specifically in the collection? Was it Mega Man Legends also? That was the Mega Man game that was my favorite one. I don't know why they don't re-release that one. No, start with Origins. Oh, okay. Yeah, you said that Adler mentions Bell and zombies. Should I start World at War before Black Ops 1, or can I skip it? World at War's storyline doesn't really have that much of an effect on Black Ops 1. Reznov comes back, but you can play Black Ops 1 without playing World at War. But if you play World at War, it will make Reznov's story more emotional. That's what I'll say about that. How do I start loving myself? I went through something real mentally and emotionally draining. Simple things that used to be fun aren't fun anymore. Thank you, Greatest Within, and thank you for sponsoring my channel for thank you for sponsoring my channel for 2 years. I don't know what you went through, but I can tell you that me personally, and I don't know if this will help, but when I am dealing with when I'm dealing with something that that stresses me out, like I'm just not in a good mood, I'm sad, I'm just unhappy, right? If I'm dealing with something like that, I found that the best way to deal with stuff like that is to talk to your best friends about it. That's what I've always found is the best, solution to stuff like that, is talking to your best friends. And the reason talking to your best friends instead of your, family is because a lot of times your best friends, they actually understand you better than your family because they are your direct age. They're the same age as you. They probably grew up in the same neighborhood as you. And so they most likely understand you better than your own parents do. So that's the advice that I can give you is that, talk to your best friends about this, and maybe, your best friends can, will know exactly what's going on and make you feel better. But that's what I would always do, is I would just always talk to my best friends, and my best friends always put me in a much better mood talking to them. But go to MEB information, and through there go to Club Shine, and you'll play a mini game with the hostess. And once you're done, you go back to the club. You'll encounter the girl inside Nishida was talking about. Okay.
We have a batch ready to go.
Yeah, I think the reason that Majima isn't spawning for me is because he's hiding somewhere. That's
I was wondering when you were going to get here. This is a good batch, of course. They are all good batches, but this one is superior, eh? I have found a buyer who will appreciate it.
When does it
And
take
most
place then,
important,
Gilted?
you
But
will pay for it too. Now, all you have to do is to be...
the Caden Lynch, I think, takes place in 2004. I think that's when it takes place.
Ayez pitié.
And Peter Stack from Caden Lynch. Who's Peter Stack again in Caden Lynch? Did that help you out there? Did my advice help you out? I hope it did. No, Caden Lynch, I think, takes place in 2005 or 2004. It takes place the same time as Hitman. Hitman Blood Money. What's the most amount of money I made rented online in one day? It was close to like $40,000 in one day. And the reason is because I had like 10 times of each collectible, and it was like double or triple money on the collectibles, and that's basically what I did. Oh, did you like it, Kenny? And Greatest Within, are you still here, dude? Did my advice help you out? You can also talk to me whenever you want, dude. Do I have you added on PSN? Do I want GTA 6 Online to fail so that Rockstar can focus their time making other games? I don't necessarily want it to fail. I want them to make other games, but I want GTA 6 Online to be enjoyable, too. If I have time, Zach, I'm gonna watch Blue Bloods this month. What's your opinion of Mr. Faber in GTA? I'm gonna have a video on Faber either tomorrow or Sunday, but he is the most dangerous villain in GTA Online because he controls everyone's money. Everyone's his puppet. He controls Rubio, Yusuf Amir, Gay Tony, Martin Madrazo, the Epsilon program. He funds all of those people. And so he's, the fact and also Agent 14, he controls Agent 14 as well, so he controls, like, everyone's dirty money. That's the thing about him, and because of that, he's so powerful, everyone's just so terrified and scared. No, but actually, the first Kane and Lynch game takes place in 2006, shortly after Kane's arrest, leading up to the events of the first game. Well, I know it takes place, like, right when Hitman Blood Money happens, because the newspaper in Hitman Blood Money mentions the armored truck escape. It mentions that. It did help talking to close friends. I just wanted to say thank you, Pro. Your videos help a lot. Life hurts, but you're genuine in a world filled with fake people. If you're free, you want to play soon, yeah, you can join me on Red Dead. If you have me added, you can join me on Red Dead. No one else is playing with me tonight, so you can join me here, Greatest Within. Can you send me a posse invite? My posse is no, let me make some space here. My posse is open, so just feel free to join it. Favorite SpongeBob villain? Plankton. No one's better than Plankton. Rock on, Pro. You are the real deal. Thank you. It's okay, General. You don't have to apologize to me. Did I watch wrestling growing up? I used to watch Monday Night Raw. I never really watched SmackDown, but I did watch Monday Night Raw.
You know, I'm getting quite used to having you around. Hey, look out! Gonna be out of supplies before too long. This is good quality.
Molecule by molecule, atom by atom. I remember that he tears apart the atom and then it explodes. Why 155? It's just a number that was just I just chose a random number on there. Who are your favorite wrestlers? As a kid, it was John Cena, Triple H, Rey Mysterio. I had a love-hate relationship with Randy Orton when I was a kid. Sometimes I liked Randy Orton, sometimes I hated him. Yeah, here. Let me see. Coulter. Peter Stack is a journalist who was searching up the Seven before the events of Deadman. He has a website before the Seven killed him and hacked his website. It will be cool for a lore video. And where do you see this, Gilted? Where exactly? Because like this is the first time I'm hearing about this. Yeah, but about John Cena is I lost so much respect for John Cena after he uploaded that video apologizing to the Chinese government. Like I lost so much respect for him. Did I watch the WCW? No. On the Kane and Lynch wiki. I'll look into it. This is the first time I'm hearing this, Gilted.
Hey, good work on that thing, okay? I know you took care of it. It's so
Hey, GB.
goddamn cold in here.
No, I haven't watched John Cena's final match.
Carajo. I ought to start drinking. Before I get drunk, okay? Here's the job.
Would I rather be a soldier in the trenches in World War I or a tunnel rat in Vietnam? Soldier in World War I. Screw that. Screw the tunnel rat. No, hell no.
No.
You could not pay me enough money to go in there.
Wipe out everything.
And also I'm too big to be a tunnel rat. So the thing is I could never be a tunnel rat in the first place because the people that were selected for tunnel rats were usually like shorter people. Yeah, so I could not be a tunnel rat. So I don't think I would even fit the size for that. I'm not a muscular person, but I'm around 6 feet. So no, so I wouldn't. I think tunnel rats you have to be like 5'2" or 5'3" to be a tunnel rat, but yeah. I could re-download it. We could play it next week, General. Yeah, I'll watch the Fallout episode this weekend. But honestly speaking, you know what I hate about the Fallout TV show? That they're doing one episode every week. I hate that. I wish they would just release the whole thing. Like literally later this month, I'm gonna have much more free time. I'd rather just sit down like around Christmas time and just watch the entire series in one go. I hate that they're gonna stretch it out for months. Like I hate that. Amazing videos of Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2. Really good. Thank you, Mr. Negative. Thank you, and I'm glad you enjoyed my videos. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat. Crap, how am I missing these shots? Oh, crap. Communist China, you know, the communists have destroyed China. Hope you're doing well, Patrick. When's your playthrough of the Warriors? We will do all of this before GTA 6. There's a whole list of games that I gotta get to before GTA 6. Yeah, the thing is, you guys want to know something? One of my lore videos actually changed the wiki page on GTA 5. So, like, one of the wiki articles, one of my lore videos actually changed it. The lore video that it was the lore video where I talked about Deborah. You remember the video where, like, you know, like, Floyd and Deborah's dark secret, it got, like, over 1 million views. And, in that lore video, what I basically did was I said that Deborah was a narcissist, because she has several pictures. There's like pictures of herself in every room. In every room, there's pictures of herself. And there's no pictures of Floyd whatsoever. And that basically just shows she's obsessed with herself, and she doesn't even care about Floyd at all. And then when I made that video, like a month after that, the GTA Wiki actually updated that on Deborah's page and said that Deborah's a narcissist, and she has pictures of herself all over her apartment. And that I was actually very happy about that. That one of my videos actually managed to you know, change the GTA Wiki. I did like that though. what's your question, Oven? Wonder what the temperature is here. What is it, 23? Oh, okay. And one more year we can do it, then we're gonna make history in GTA 6. I'm so excited returning to Vice City. Yep. Vice City is gonna be awesome when we come back to it. Let's see here. We're gonna go to San Andreas. Thank you, Mr. Negative, for the super chat. Thanks, man. Pro, what are the countries most similar to the US? I plan to move somewhere with my girlfriend, but she is from China and unlikely to get a visa, so we decided to travel for a bit. Well, I can say though that I'm not a complete expert on the immigration process, but I think that marriage does help with that greatly. I don't know if you're like, I don't want to push you for that or anything, but I'm just saying is that I know that marriage helps with visa requirements and all that other stuff. I'm not a complete expert, but I know that helps with that. But if you're asking about what country is the most similar to the U.S. to immigrate to, it really depends on what you're talking about, like what part of America. But if I had to name the country that is probably the most similar to the United States, I wouldn't even say it's Canada. I would say probably Switzerland. Yeah, Switzerland. I would probably put it at Switzerland, because Switzerland has low taxes, and I know by European standards it's considered low, but American standards it's considered high, but it has low taxes compared to to most other European countries. Switzerland also has what is it? It's a more property rights friendly country. And on top of that, Switzerland is a very gun-friendly country. So if you're into that, if you're into firearms, it is a very pro-gun country. So if I would say it was probably Switzerland is probably the most similar to America, I would say. Hey, Breshnell, I'm new to GTA Online for a couple weeks, and I've been doing well setting up the Freak Shop and the Acid Lab as my first business. Any tips on making millions? Yeah, do the boost from the mansion, and boost the Acid Lab one day, and then you can, because you can basically sell an Acid Lab every hour if you boost it with the with the boost. So like every hour you can just sell a full Acid Lab. And then the next day, because you can't boost the same business twice, boost the bunker. So boost bunker and Acid Lab. Thanks for the advice. No problem. My favorite lore video is the Henry one. Thank you, Golden Stripe. Would it actually snow somewhere as warm as San Denis? A lot of places that are warm sometimes get snow. Like Las Vegas gets snow. Like people don't know that it does. It's rare, maybe like one day a year, but it does get snow. Maybe it's not a lot, maybe like an inch. But it does get snow too. So like a lot of places get snow. It's not as common. Is the bunker a good way to make money? Oh, absolutely. What about Ireland? Ireland I don't know much about.
What are you doing here? Get out! Oh, God!
Oh crap, I punched the wrong guy. I like how he just runs away from all the safety of his men into the woods. That's very smart.
For Christ's sake. Goddamn fools.
You're the
Please
fool. Okay. Yeah, that was stupid. He literally had safety in that building with all of his men. He just, like, ran away here, made it very easy for me to capture him.
Almighty.
Have I watched the Home Alone movies? Oh, yeah, when I was a kid, I did.
I'll just leave y'all to it.
You know, speaking of which, you know something that's really funny? The guy, the actor who actually plays as the kid in Home Alone, right? He is the leader of Caesar's Legion in Fallout Season 2. I thought that was kind of funny. So, like, Kevin is, like, the leader of Caesar's Legion now. He moved to Arizona, and he took control of Caesar's Legion. So, yeah, that's what I just found funny.
Untie these ropes.
Yes, the guy who plays as Kevin in Home Alone, he's the leader of Caesar's Legion in Fallout Season 2.
Get back here. Devil's luck. God damn you.
I bought a chair using your code pro. Good quality stuff. Thank you, Golden Stripes. I'm glad you enjoyed it. It is. I'm using the Champion Ewin gaming chair here. This is my favorite gaming chair that I've used. And if anybody is interested in there's a Christmas sale going on Ewin's site. If you want to get it for yourself or get it as a gift for someone, they have a Christmas sale going on, and if you use my code TP at the top in my link, you get an extra 30% off. And that can be used on anything on the site. It doesn't have to be gaming chairs, so you can use it towards the gaming desks if you want to. I think the closest thing we're going to get to a cartel game is going to be GTA 6. GTA 6, the last time that we had a cartel game, like a strictly cartel game, was Scarface, The World Is Yours, in 2006. That was 19 years ago. There really hasn't been a cartel game since that. I mean, people say Ghost Recon Wildlands, but in Ghost Recon Wildlands, where you're fighting against the cartel, you're not playing as the cartel. So, like, the last time we actually had a cartel game was Scarface in 2006. It was really the last time we got to play as a cartel. And I would like to see a GTA game that focuses on the cartel, because we've had GTA games where we focus on street gangsters, you know, bikers, you know, Italian mafia, but I'd like to see one that's strictly themed on just the cartel. I'd like to see one on that. But yeah, I mean, GTA 6 might be that game, because Jason doesn't work for the cartel. But he is a drug trafficker in GTA 6. That's what his job is. So, like, he works for Brian, and Brian isn't part of the cartel. It's his, you know, drug operation. So it's just, he's not like, you know, some giant, you know, organization, but he is running a drug operation of his business, and so Jason is a drug trafficker. So, like, if they're following the lore in, like, for like Vice City and the old GTA games, Vice City was a city that was always heavily focused on the drug trade. Oh, who's here? Oh, hey, dude. Maybe Brian has connections with the cartel. Oh, that's entirely possible. But you know the Everglades, which they have like that swampy area. That's a real place in Florida, and I would like to see like smuggling and I want drug smuggling to be a huge part of the story in GTA 6. Like, I want some really good drug smuggling, like boats, like, you know, speed boats, like seaplanes and stuff like that. Like I want it to be like really detailed.
This time of year. Well then.
Which rat was worse, Henry or Michael DeSanta? Henry. You know, Henry because at least Michael made right with Trevor. But yeah, Henry was worse because Henry was going to screw over Joe and Vito. Thank you, Ghost, for the super chat.
Tell anyone, not a soul. You hear? Read this and destroy it. Now go get it done.
Thoughts on Austrian dictator Engelbert Dollfuss? His regime was short and only for 2 years. Is that the guy that Hitler got rid of? Because there was like a far-right party that was in power in Austria when Hitler came in and annexed Austria, and I know he got rid of the leader of Austria. Was that him? That might be who I'm thinking of here, but... Am I shadow banned? No, I'm not. You're not shadow banned. Henry from Mafia 2, Well, Snake, what I will basically say about that is, I'm a strict non-interventionist. I don't think that we should be involved in other countries' affairs. That's, you know, that's my viewpoint. So I would not be getting involved in other countries' affairs at all if I was president. I would just focus on this country and that's it. So, like, I think that countries are responsible ultimately for taking care of themselves. That's my viewpoint on it. Oh, Henry Hill? Well, Henry Hill was in Goodfellas. Okay, I'll see you, Brandon. Take care, man. See ya. Oh, thank you, Flaming Eel. Do I think AI will be in GTA 6? Oh, yeah, it'll be to some degree. Do you think GTA 6 will be more gritty like GTA 4? Thank you for the super chat. It might be a little more darker than GTA 5, but it's not going to be as dark as GTA 4. No, they're never going to go back to that. Thank you, Mysterious, for the super chat. What do you think on the bill that would ban dual citizenship for Americans, giving them 1 year to get rid of their other citizenship or losing the American one? That is not going to happen. That bill will not pass. I'm telling you, that bill's not going to pass. That would, no, there's Democrats and Republicans that would vote against that. That's not going to pass. There's so many businessmen that do business in America that have dual citizenship. You know, America makes a lot of money because of that. So the dual citizenship is not going to get you know canceled. It's not going to happen. I wouldn't worry about that. Like, it's like, you have more of a chance of winning the lottery than, like, dual citizenship being ended, so, like, I cannot picture that, you know, that being ended. Who do you think would win in a fight, in Prime? John or Prime Arthur Morgan? Prime Arthur Morgan, there's no question about that. Arthur would destroy John. Thank you, Shane, for the super chat. Animal Farm is getting a new movie? I read the book a long time ago, and I watched the old movie, the 1990s movie. I watched it. Oh, they're not. GTA 6 is not going to be made with AI. When you were asking me if I think AI will be in GTA 6, you're talking about like in the game itself. But I don't know. I don't think they're going to be using AI to make the game. The movie with the pigs took over? Yes, it's based on the Bolshevik Revolution in Russia. Is YouTube bugging out? Sometimes comments don't appear. What's your question, Extreme? I think that in GTA 6, you're gonna see the Cuban and the Haitian gangs come back. I think you'll see that. Question is whether you'll see, like, the trailer park, like, neo-Confederate gangsters come back, like, you know, Marty's people. You see them, like, come back. Do you think Michael Franchise is still being hunted by the Mafia today? If so, what do you think is the reason why he's still alive? No, I don't think the Mafia is after him. I do think that he, the thing about Michael Franchise is he is probably a very paranoid person, and I don't blame him for that. Like, he's very careful about where he goes. He's probably looking over his shoulder constantly. Like, even when he's driving his car, he's probably checking if a car follows him for, like, a couple blocks. That's the type of person he is. But you can't really blame him for you know, having that, that view because of just what he went through. But, if you're asking me, do I think the Mafia is after him? No, I don't think so. The reason I don't think so is because, there have been people who have scheduled, like, interviews with him. So, you know, a lot of people have scheduled interviews with him. The Mafia can find him, too, if he's doing interviews with people, too. But the reason the Mafia isn't gonna kill him is for two reasons. The first reason is because, I don't think he's ratted on anyone or exposed really anything. Because he said that several times. He said, I have not ratted on anyone. That's what he said. So that's one. And the second thing is that he's too much of a public figure. That's why. He's not like a, you know, a politician or something like that, but he's like a really big YouTuber. He has like millions of followers. People know him all over the internet. He's very popular. And if he had, you know, God forbid, been assassinated, if something like that happened, a case like that would get so much attention, and, you know, whoever did that, the, you know, government would be all over it. And probably the federal government would probably be involved because they probably would figure it's probably the Mafia, so they probably would activate RICO. So that's a law that specifically targets the Mafia, by the way. So it's, so yeah, so they're not gonna go after, you know, I don't think that they're gonna go after him, you know, so that's my viewpoint on it.
Hey, watch it. A living legend right here.
How goes it?
Can I join your game? I'm What's a Surprise. I added you. You can rejects, if I'm reading your name correctly, but And thank you, Ghost, also for that super chat. But I'm gonna be playing poker now for the rest of the stream, though. You can join me next time, or we can play after the stream too, if that's okay with you. Thoughts on Bill 96 QC, Patrick? No political. I don't even know what Bill 96 is. You gotta explain what it is to me, Gift. Thank you for the super chat. Okay, Zach. What's for dinner, Pro? Today I'm gonna make ramen. That's what I'm gonna have. I bought a bunch of a big ramen bowl the other day, and I'll probably cook it a little bit later today. I have a pear. I'm gonna go in with this too. Oh, look at this. Everyone's putting money in. Look at how everyone's putting money in. Someone's going to win a lot of money right now. By the way, $30 in this time period is $900. That's how much they're betting right now. That's $900. So that's, yeah. Why did they go in with such crappy cards? I'm probably not going to win. There's probably something that has a higher pair than me, but... 3 2s. Oh, damn, I would have won, but he had the diamond. The ace-high diamond flush. He had that. Oh, well, did you send me a friend request? I think my account might not take friend requests. I have to add you, though. I'll see you, Golden Stripes. Bill 96, adopted by the Quebec government on June 1st, 2022, to combat the declining use of the French language in the province. But what does it do specifically? That's the thing. You're telling me it's to combat the declining use of the French language in the province, but what does the law do, though, to combat that? I get time and a half for Christmas. Well, that's good, but honestly, TY, you should get double. Anybody who works on Christmas should get double, not time and a half. But it's good you're getting at least something extra. Yeah, I don't think Michael Franchise did Menacing. Folding on this. Hey, Pro, you make me smile. Sorry for the small donate. Thank you, Key, C. Balaclava. Thank you, C. Balaclava. You don't have to apologize. I always appreciate any donation, whatever the amount is. You don't have to apologize. There's no donation that's a you know, a small amount. I always appreciate any donation. Thank you, dude. You know, don't have to apologize for that. Hey, Pro, I just want to say you're one of my favorite YouTubers and person. Merry Christmas. Thank you, Jakey. How would Fortnite be viewed today if it continued updating its story mode and never abandoned it? Probably wouldn't be as popular, but, you know, they would have at least stayed with the story. They could have done the... I don't see why they couldn't have done Battle Royale and stayed with the story, too, at the same time, too. I don't get that. Bill 96 is controversial due to concerns it harms English-speaking communities, targets educational institutions, and restricts language rights within demonstrations, including marches, convoys, and rallies. Well, if the government wants to, like, teach French in school, and even, like, use French in class, I don't think there's anything really wrong with that, because it is a French majority, you know, province. But if they're basically going to restrict people from speaking, like, you know, English on, like, the streets and, like, protests, that's just stupid. That's dumb. You know, you can't do that. I answered that, Chase. It's not going to happen. In real life, were outlaws like Low Honor, High Honor, Arthur, or Micah? Thank you, the Typhonian. Thank you for the super chat. You know, there are people all over. We're all over. There are some outlaws that had some honor, where they, you know, they wouldn't murder, you know, people innocent people. They wouldn't shoot people in the back, like, you know, stuff like that. But then there was other honors that other outlaws that just did not care about that stuff. I don't care about other YouTubers making videos about me. I don't care about them making videos about me starting drama. I don't care about that stuff. I ignore that stuff. I don't respond to it. You know, they can engage in their toxic drama all night long. I just, you know, stay away from that. I talk to you guys, have fun here, and I stay away from that garbage. So I don't do drama. Damn, not even a single pair there. That sucks. You know this one-eye scout who liberated a town in his own French-Canadian? I think I heard about that. In World War II, right? During your university, how did you deal with someone who wanted to pick a fight? I never really encountered somebody like that, though. Yeah, I never really had something like that. I am going to make a video probably thanking everybody for the support for my next channel update. No, I haven't, Chase. I'm gonna go in here. Jack and a king. I have better cards than them. Yeah, I have the best cards. Out of all of them, I have the best cards. Oh, come on. Okay, I'm done with this now. Ridiculous. Okay, here.
Now's our chance. Drop.
Can you give me advice? What's your question, Stevek? And I guess we'll probably be wrapping up the stream here. I'm kind of hungry, haven't eaten dinner, but I'll answer any questions people want to ask me. So if anybody wants to ask me any questions before I go, I'll answer your questions. How well you gotta explain the situation a little bit to me though, Stevek. Like what's going on exactly? I had ribs earlier. Were they good, General? There's a collectible here. I'll look into it, Adrian. Okay. There's something that I'm missing here. GTA 6 I don't think is going to get delayed again. They got 11 months to work on the game. I don't think I don't think they're gonna delay it again. And if they did delay it again, oh man, the people would explode. I think people would actually explode if they did it. Oh, here. I was trying to find it. I couldn't figure out where it was, and that's what I was looking for. What the hell is going on out there? 12-year-old Quebec student scolded bus driver for English. What, he got pissed at a bus driver speaking English? What? No, that's stupid. Thank you, Vertigo, for the super chat. I said what last year, D-Lock? No, because they're narcissists. A narcissist cannot stand another narcissist. Would I rather be worthless or useless? Worthless, because, I mean, even if you don't have money, you can, I guess, develop some skills or something like that, but useless, it's, Has there been an update on Red Dead? No. Not since, summer of 2021, so 4.5 years ago. Like, what do you mean, like, a fist fight, Stevic? I would not deal with a situation like that. I would just, yeah, I would just, probably... If somebody was trying to pick a fight with me, I'd probably tell a professor or, the cop at the university. Like, I don't know why somebody would want to, fight me, but... I would ignore them, but if I felt like it was getting, like, really bad, I would, like, tell someone. Merry Christmas, Pat. I'm on break until January 12th, and you make me want to become a, YouTuber, and I love the chat and stuff. And my advice for anyone with depression is what you want and can. Okay. Thank you, Menacing. I thought you should know Majima does respect Kiryu. He becomes one of his friends. Yeah, I guess he kind of respects Kiryu's strength. No, someone who just wants to annoy me. Just ignore them. Because if you keep giving a person like that attention, they'll keep doing it if they realize it bothers you. Just ignore them then, Stevic. That's the best thing. If it gets too out of control, then I would just tell a professor. There's no shame in something like that. Don't feel like you're snitching or something like that. Somebody shouldn't be harassing you. Can you speak Japanese? No. Why do you think Torisi, don't you think Torisi mourned Luca? I think he did because he wanted to be left alone with the body. Because, remember, Torisi buried Luca without waiting for Enzo. He didn't expect Enzo to even come back from that alive. He didn't expect Enzo to actually survive that. That's what I'll say about that. So, I don't think that it was like, and he doesn't even really show any sadness. Like, not like the way that Enzo shows. So no, I don't think that he what I think Torisi was more pissed about is I think he was more pissed about that one of his guys got killed, not necessarily that he like emotionally cared that Luca died. I mean, do you guys agree with me on that? Like, I don't think he really like was like generally upset. I think he was more pissed up about like what Spadaro did, like that he shut up the sit down. I think that's what he was pissed about. How's the Spanish coming along? Yo estudio español todos los días. Y yo quiero ser hablo español muy bueno con mis amigos. How did you do during your college year? It was okay. Some years of college were better than others, but it was like, the thing is, college took me 7 years to complete. It did. Instead of taking, 7 years, more 6.5 years. So 6.5 years. The reason it took me 6.5 years versus 4 years is because, I couldn't decide on what degree I wanted to do. I couldn't decide on that. So that's why I spent so much time there. Couldn't decide on what I wanted to do. Yes. Was that good, Umberto? Yes, yes, that menacing. You're absolutely right on that. Yes. It's funny how you're promoting E1 Gaming. My gaming chair just broke recently, so I will definitely have to consider. Yeah, what I'll say about it is check out my link in the pinned comment if you're interested. You can use if you use my code will actually give you more of a discount than using the code on the website, because the code on the web, you can only use one code on the site when you're at checkout, and the code they give you at the site is for 20% off. My code is for 30% off, so my code will give you a 30% off discount. So if anybody's interested in a gaming chair, for the holidays or like a gift for someone, it's perfect there. I'm using it right now, eWin Champion chair. It's a great one. And my code will work on any chair on the site, so you don't have to get the exact one I use. It'll work on anything, and it'll also work on any product. So you could buy a desk on the site if you want to with that code. I'm always open to learning more languages. But I guess I'll be going here, guys. Thank you guys for watching my stream and hanging out with me. I will have the lore video for Mr. Faber this weekend, and on Sunday we will do a GTA stream. So thank you guys for hanging out with me. Thank you guys. You guys are awesome. You guys always cheer me up, put me in a good mood. And I will see you guys on the next one. Take care, everyone, and have a wonderful weekend, guys.